Welcome to DALL-E, an AI art generator by the same folks who created ChatGPT, OpenAI. What DALL-E is, it's a art generator that you enter a prompt, much like ChatGPT, and instead of giving you text back, it gives you an image back. And I think this is a tool that's just as beneficial in a classroom as ChatGPT can be. So why don't we just dive right in? One of the quickest, easiest ways to grab an image is by clicking the Surprise Me button. This is a good idea just to get an image for a quick write for your students, or even just a simple art inspiration. So if I click on Surprise Me, it gives me a quick prompt here, a painting of a fox in the style of Starry Night. And we click the Generate button, and we just have to wait a few seconds. And while you're waiting, they even give you some really neat inspirational ideas like this one here. And I can see our Starry Night fox is now appearing. And there we go. So you can just grab one of these images, save it to your computer, display it for your class, and have them write a quick story about it. If we click the Surprise Me button again, we can get a different idea. This one's a much bigger descriptive prompt. Click Generate. I'm going to read this here. Photograph of two mice in Hawaii. They're each wearing tiny swimsuits and carrying a tiny surfboard, and in digital art. So you'll notice that the more descriptive we get, and we can get really creative with what we want to see in these images, and we can pick one that'll work well with our students. So another idea that you can do, I'm just going to delete this here. We can start having a discussion about descriptive writing with our students. And we can start off with a really simple prompt. So let's say a city in the future. So something really basic. And we talk to our students, what if that is what we describe our city? Like we just say, oh, it's just a city in the future when they're doing their narrative writing. We'll just do a quick generate here, and we'll see what DALL-E comes up for us. And we'll see 4 quick images that are really cool to see. But maybe we want a little bit more information. So the prompt is still here. What if I add a little bit more? I want to see some really cool futuristic cars. So maybe I'll even just add in there with cars driving. So they're just going to take those similar images. They're going to add some cars. There we go. We can see, not this one so much, but we can see a couple of cars here and here. Maybe I don't like those ones so much. I'm going to regenerate that one. I like this. Cyberpunk illustration of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. There we go. Now we can see some more futuristic cars in some of these drawings. Maybe these are something that we like. Maybe we want to add a little bit more description on here. So let's add on a rainy day. So the same prompt, just adding that little bit more description. And we can have that conversation with our students to say, look how much more information that now the AI generator has. We have some really neat photos. Even this one has some really cool reflections in there as well. Another idea that we can do is maybe your students like comic books or graphic novels, and we want to have some images for the students to use. So I'm going to delete this one here. And what we're going to write is a boy in a red coat. Maybe this boy has brown hair. Again, adding those little bit of extra details to really get that image going. But this time we want to be specific on the type of image that we want. So in this case, we'll say comic book image. Because that's the other thing too, adding that comma, then adding the type of writing we want, whether it's an oil painting, abstract art, we can add that to the end of our prompt. And now we can see we have a comic book style image of a boy in with red coat and with brown hair. So the students can definitely use one of these images as maybe like cover art for their comic book, or even just an inspirational piece that they can continue their graphic novel that they're writing. So that's a couple of quick ideas that you can use DALL-E for. Again, using AI in the classroom can be really easy and beneficial for all students. Be sure to subscribe and follow for more tips and tricks just like this one.